You are tuning in to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Oh, man. Got that boogie woogie going every single show. Ezra Charles in the works. Get down, baby. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Montgomery County. Good morning, Conroe. Good morning, all the fine people that are listening all across the globe. You are listening to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio, and that was Ezra Charles and the works way back in the day from the 80s, playing some Texas boogie woogie. That's what gets me going in the morning. Hopefully that's what gets you going in the morning. Man, it's a beautiful day, again, just like yesterday. Nice and cool. We got a cold front that came through. Anything less than 90 degrees is a cold front. Wind is blowing. Jake the intern's got his handsome, happy face on, and we're having fun. Folks, we are going to have a wonderful show today. I've got a young lady by the name of Victoria that I'll be introducing you to here in just a little bit, and you don't want to miss it. So batten down the hatches, get your coffee, get your tea, and get ready. In the meantime, I just want to make a shout out to a couple of people and a couple of things. Yesterday, I mentioned the Memorial Day celebration at the Memorial Park next to City Hall and the tax assessor office. I made a mistake. I have no idea where it came from, but I told everybody Friday morning at 9. Friday morning at 9. It is not tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It is Monday morning at 9 a.m. Monday morning at 9 a.m. You want to be downtown Conroe. Memorial Day is the day to honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice and their family members. So if you can make it, it'd be great. It's not a lot of political speeches. It's going to be very somber, very cool, very uplifting time to be down there. So if you can get down there, try to get down there. Somebody's telling me to tell you it's on Sanderson and Davis. Folks, just go to Facebook, go to Montgomery County Lifestyle. I've posted it out there several times, and I'll post it out again over the weekend. Also, tomorrow morning, normally you wouldn't want to do this. Yep, there he is, he's waving. Normally you wouldn't want to do this, but there's a huge reveal going on between 7 a.m. and 7:15 on K-Star Country Radio 99.7 that will introduce the lineup of the 2017 Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. The headliner is huge, gigantic. You do not want to miss that.
Is that in weight?
He's not real heavy, but he's heavyweight. He is a heavyweight. He is. And what's going to happen is you're going to tune in, you're going to hear it, then go to the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival Facebook page. Go to the Montgomery County Lifestyle Facebook page. Go to my Facebook page. We're going to be blowing it up all week and who it is. For the next week or so, we'll be bringing you snippets, videos, and things of the different artists. Some of them you'll know, some of them you won't know, but you'll want to make sure that you're a part of the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. One of the most successful, long-time festivals downtown Conroe. Great music, great vendors, great fun, great community event. And that's all brought to you by the Friends of Conroe. And what's cool about that is all the downtown merchants are open those 3 days, including Dick Schisler and his posse of DJs here at Lone Star Community Radio. So you can pop in, you can see your favorite DJ, some of the talk show people might be here, you can be on the radio, and you can find out more. So there's so much going on. I told you also I'm going to be talking to y'all June 24th. We've got another boxing match coming up at KOA Campground, Fearless Boxing. That's going to be cool. And the Sounds of Texas. Go to the Sounds of Texas Music Series Facebook page and find out more about Mr. B.J. Thomas. Do you know any songs that B.J. sang? Do you know any?
Not on top of my head, but
Speaking of head, raindrops keep falling on my head. That's one. There you go, Mr. B.J. Thomas. Folks, tickets are selling like hotcakes. And here's what's so cool. The Friends of Conroe wants to jazz it up. It's time to revitalize this thing. It's gotten, look, let's be honest, it's gotten stale. We've all agreed that it got stale. So there is going to be a free city-wide concert and mix and mingle out front from 6 to 7:30. So even if you don't get a ticket, you can come in front of the Crichton Theater. The streets will be closed down, 6 to 7:30. Mr. Josh Fuller will be playing for your entertainment. beer, wine, soft drink, soda that you can buy, a minimum of 2 food trucks, not the little roach coaches, not the most expensive, but a good medium range for food and dancing and partying. And then at 7:30, the doors open and you go inside. So it's happening. Go to Sounds of Texas Music Series Facebook page and find out more. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break right now. And when we come back, we're going to have a quick surprise guest that popped in for 1 minute. Then we're going to roll over to Victoria Endsley, marketing coordinator of the City of Conroe. You listen to Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. We will be right back.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
All righty, folks. Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. We are back. Holy Moses, this place is hopping. Isn't this cool, Victoria?
It is really cool.
I tell you what, sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we're in here and it's kind of, we're talking and stuff, and Dick has to slap me to wake me up. And other times, people are walking by, people are waving. There was one time back at Meet the Candidates. Remember that day we had people out there holding signs? We weren't sure if they were picketing us.
Police showed up.
Come to find out, they weren't. They were the police supporting us. All right, folks, we got a special guest in the studio real quick. We're going to bring him on for 2 minutes. We're going to tease you with some great information, and then we're going to have him back on. Montgomery County Lifestyle will promote a lot of what's going on. But we have Jack. How do you say your last name?
Dumarat.
Dumarat. Jack is part of the Houston Money Show that will be coming to the City of Conroe in January 19th and 20th of 2018. What is the Houston Money Show? Well, he's going to tell us, but let me tell you what just happened. City Council, Mayor, just voted to take $12,000 of the hotel tax that's only set aside by the state of Texas to be used for marketing of events to give to this incredible, transparent, hardcore organization to help go to their already large marketing fund to bring in a lot of people to Conroe. And I did my own research the last couple of days. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys have had as many as 200 or more booths/vendors, or around that number. And a minimum of half of your people come in from out of town and stay in hotels for days. Is that right?
That's correct. And we're hoping our new home here can duplicate that or better than what we've had in the past.
So tell us real quick, what is the Money Show?
The Houston Money Show is a fundraising effort by the Greater Houston Coin Club, which is a nonprofit, and our goal is education through numismatics. And for anybody out there that doesn't know what numismatics is, it's coin nerds or coin coin collectors, currency collectors, and things like that. However, as I wrote to the Visitors Bureau in Conroe, we're much more than just buying and selling coins. Our goal to use this advertising money to the best use for us and for the City of Conroe, who was gracious enough to give us this money, is to put educational programs together. We plan on having a Boy Scout merit badge program there. We plan on having 2 or 3 different, maybe even more, youth activities, and youth are always admitted free. There's never any charge. We'll give them a chance to reach into a treasure chest and grab out coins from all over the world at no charge. We'll give them the chance to get one of those old, maybe you remember from when you were a kid, those old blue books that you push coins in.
I had one.
And we're going to give one to each kid that wants it and let them have the opportunity to fill up as many slots as they can. We're planning some promotions right now, which I don't want to go into detail because they're not firmed yet, but we're looking into some tremendous promotions, and maybe even a book signing by a gentleman that said he would show up. We're going to have educational lectures, presentations, and hopefully a great family-oriented time for not only the coin collector, but maybe some new folks who would just like to come around and see what's going on.
Awesome. All right, so it's January 19th and 20th, 2018.
That's true.
And what is the website that they can go get more information?
The website is, we're on two websites. One is our own club website, which is www.houstoncoinclub.org. And we're also on a international website, which is coinweek.com.
Okay. Well, thank you for dropping in. I know you just left City Council. Thanks for coming in. I guarantee you I'm going to have you back on to get more information. I've got a feeling that Dick on his morning radio music show will want you. But there's a lot out there that you have to offer to this community, and we're glad you're relocating. And, folks, he's relocating a 60-year event to the City of Conroe. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. And on behalf of the citizens of Conroe and Montgomery County, we thank you for coming up here and choosing us, and we're going to make you feel welcome.
And our club thanks you for welcoming us so graciously.
Outstanding. Thank you very much for being here, sir.
You're very welcome.
All righty. All right, folks, you heard it here live. That was like, what do you call it? Like the, what is that? That's a world premiere?
That's right.
That was a world premiere announcement. Awesome. All right, folks, let's dive right into the meat and potatoes young lady who's here. And that is Victoria Endsley, marketing coordinator with the City of Conroe. Good morning.
Communications coordinator.
Communications coordinator. I'm sorry.
Coordinator, yes.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right, folks, I know a little bit about this young lady, but y'all may not. So here's what I ask everybody. Tell the listeners who you are, a little bit of background about you and your family.
And my family. Well, I'm, as you just said, the communications coordinator for the City of Conroe. I came on with the city in 2012. And since then, I've just kind of been trying to do all kinds of different projects. I've redone the city website. I don't know if any of y'all remember the old website.
Yep.
But
So a huge
but
difference.
I designed the new website, and we created that to be a lot more user friendly. I rebranded the city when I came on board. That new tree logo, that is a unique little painted tree that I created. I've done branding for some other departments in the city, especially with like transit and things like that. And the radio station's been, the last few years, we've been really working on that with getting permitting and growing not only the radio station and getting to this point where we're opening it tonight, but to also increase our programming for our TV channel.
Right. Well, and that's because the City of Conroe is not your first rodeo. You've been marketing, branding, communications, public relay. I mean, every name you can think of, from publicist, everything. That's what you've done for a long time.
Yes. I owned my own business before I came to work at the city, and actually I had worked on the Dyson Technology Park through my company previously. So I've been in the business for a while, whether it was
Conroe Steel.
I think so, yeah.
Anybody we can thank for that?
You know, I think it was just one of those things. I was looking for a change and you know, a more focused path, you know, and I was really interested in the new PEG channel. They had just started it. It was only a slideshow when I first came on, and so I was really interested in growing that. That was an area that I had done a little bit with before, but I really wanted to kind of grow that and see where we could take that.
Well, you didn't say it. I tried to bait you. But I know somebody who is a huge proponent of yours.
Oh, yeah.
Guy Martin.
Yes.
City Councilman Guy Martin just thinks the world of you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
he's like family.
Yeah,
I've
makes
known
him look good.
I think that's why.
That's my job. No,
And that's a full-time job just for that councilman right there. We're not even going to throw in Dwayne Ham. But anyway, he did good yesterday on the show, by the way.
Excellent.
He did good.
Excellent.
He represented well. All right, so we know about that. But here's what the listeners want to know about. They want to know about the husband and the baby. Come on, man. I love
well,
this story.
I could fill up the whole show with that.
Well, you can't fill up the whole show, but I love this story.
Well, my husband and I met when we were 21, and we worked together, and we decided to start a business together, and that was now 13 years ago, something like that. And they just aged myself. Don't do the math, please. um, but we, it was just one of those things. It was love at first sight, and we're not only, one of those couples that makes people sick, or we really like each other, but we're also best friends. Yeah, we're also best friends, and we love working together and being around each other. And actually, that was one of the reasons why I did take the city job, was because my husband was working in restaurants. He's a sommelier, and he'd been running several different wine bars and things.
Now you got to back up, because I said that to two people yesterday after you and I spoke,
Yes.
and both of them went, "What the heck are you talking about?"
A wine expert. He's
There you go.
Expert in wine, yes. So he was working, so many hours a week. I mean, that line of work is really, it's 80 hours a week
Right.
at least. So we decided to make a change, and he decided to be a stay-at-home husband, and I decided to work at the city, a more regular schedule, because with running a business is a 24/7 job. And so we kind of made that change, and it was a good thing we did, because about a year later, we were asked if we would be willing to care for a child. It was supposed to be a temporary thing, but you know how love works.
Yep. Yep.
We fell in love and we have since adopted our son, Theodore.
I remember sitting in your office
Mm-hmm.
probably 3 years ago,
Yeah.
or more.
Yeah.
More, yeah.
Mhm.
It was easily 20. Yeah, it was 2014. It was late 2014, and you talking about that, and that was also when you were really talking about the city TV, the PEG channel, not even into
Yes.
where it's gone now,
Yes.
but you just lit up. I mean, almost to the point of tears of talking about getting that baby.
Yes, he is the most amazing thing in the world. He's absolutely incredible. He's 3 now, and he's just growing way too fast for me. I wish I could keep him little forever. We actually hadn't planned on having kids, which is kind of a funny, thing, is, how the universe works. We hadn't really planned on it, and we'd convinced, our parents, we're never going to have kids. No, we're not, we're not having kids. And then, it's just one of those things. You fall in love, and your whole world changes, and
Yep.
it's incredible.
All right, now let's jump ahead, and then we'll jump back again to talk about some of the path. But talk real quick, if you would, about the partnership with Lone Star Community Radio, what it is, what the city wants it to be, and then in a little bit we're going to go back and talk about the path to getting that.
Okay. Well, we, originally we were approached about getting an LPFM radio station for emergency alerts primarily. And it intrigued me, because I thought, there's some tie-ins here where we can, coordinate both the radio station and the TV station in kind of a unique way. And having met with Dick a few times and done some projects with him for the PEG channel, I thought, this might be a really interesting thing that, not a lot of PEG channels or LPFMs are doing this kind of partnership, especially with the city. So we kind of just dove into it and said, let's try to grow this thing into something cool, where we have hyperlocal programming, not only on the radio, but on the PEG channel as well. And give our citizens just a little bit more than just that emergency alert where, there's a hurricane coming, go here for information. We wanted to take it to the next level,
Right.
and say, here's what's going on all the time in our community. Here's these great people. Here's these great places to visit. It just, it becomes kind of a showcase, not just for the citizens, but for also potential businesses moving to this area, and families,
Well, see, and I want to jump on that there too, because when you and I were talking about possibly me bringing just 1 hour a month of content to the PEG channel, just 1 hour a month. That's all we talked about. Then I knew Dick separately from a lot of the chamber events, and I knew about the radio station, and I wasn't really involved in it, but I knew about it. And he was out there. He was at Lions Club. He was at every chamber event. He was out in the community promoting community, and where he was, and this is meant as a compliment, he was this big, but his vision was out here. And he knew how to get there generically, but needed help putting those spokes in place to get out there. So I remember hearing him talk about stuff you talk about, and I never put the two together. So then when you guys got together, you must have, each one of you must have seen yourself sitting across the table. You must have seen a little bit of you must have looked at Victoria and went, I thought of that. Not in a one-upper, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You must have looked at him and went, that's my dream too. I mean, what'd you think, Dick?
Well, I believed in a lot of the content we were developing here at Lone Star. Most of it, I have a rule kind of thing with each show. Is it has to do something with the community here, Montgomery County and in Conroe. And it just made, when she approached, it made total sense that everything we're doing could be put on the PEG channel. Pretty much everything we're doing could be put. Besides, if no one's here, that's not really worth putting on the PEG channel. But the content, that's really the most important thing. That's what I believe in. And I believe that Conroe and Montgomery County has a really good future. And then, it was announced this morning that we were the fastest growing city.
Yes.
In America,
Huge.
folks, the fastest growing. And now, wait a minute. People are going to go, well, who announced it? What
The
blogger?
United States Census Bureau.
The United States government. Hello? That's insane.
But we don't trust them. So,
That's awesome.
But realistically, I mean, the city of Conroe really believes in the citizens here, and their whole message is that's what they're doing every day. They're trying to improve it, and our relationship being a partnership is perfect because we can do our best to serve the community, and then we can also have a variety of people involved. And I encourage the listeners here just bookmark the website irlonestar.com. We're 24-hour programming. And then on PEG channel, we're going to be featured. We already are featured quite a bit, and we're going to be posting the schedule on the website and also RCD TV. That's would you say that's the official name?
That's the official name of our PEG channel.
Yes.
I still refer to it as a PEG channel a lot.
Well, yeah,
People want to know what PEG means. What does PEG mean?
Public Educational and Governmental TV channel.
Kind of like, no, it's not PBS, but it's
very similar to
similar.
that. It's very community based. We have very strict guidelines through the FCC on what we can and cannot put on the air. There's no it's not an advertising sort of outlet. It is strictly for the community, information for the community, public service announcements and things like that. So it's very community driven, and it's really cool.
It really is, and
especially for such a huge. It's a growing city. It's a quickly growing city. We needed to get ahead of the curve and take our technology a little further. We were even just a few years ago we were still a little primitive, and now we're catching up.
Well, one thing I identified, and the reason I chose Conroe and Montgomery County was the media-wise. If you look at Montgomery County, everything is heavily printed. Yep. Everything is print. All the big names here are all print. And I noticed there really wasn't, an audio or a visual. There was the PEG channel, but it was more of like, what can we do every day? And that's why internet radio came to the mind of, we can do something every day. It's live on the air. And then when the FM opportunity came for the partnership, it's even better. PEG channel even better, because really, like your show technically could be live and within 48 hours on PEG channel. So this episode right here, if you're watching now, you're not too far behind, and that kind of stuff's really important for people wanting to consume information about Montgomery County. So if you want something now live, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, or online irlonestar.com. But if you want to watch us regularly, that PEG channel, channel 12 on Suddenlink. I believe there's the Roku app that's coming, and then there's
you'll be able to watch it on demand through
Roku. And there's also, I know you guys are working hard on doing other things to spread the PEG channel.
Yes, we're working on growing that still.
Yes.
And what's interesting is if some of the shows are live radio and live TV, somebody said, well, oh no, you don't want to do both of them at the same time, do you? Well, yeah, you're not ultimately gonna cannibalize one in a major way. There's people who can't listen on the radio. Or they're not listeners. Some people aren't readers. They're visual. So they'll go watch it where they wouldn't listen to it. So you will incrementally pick up your audience. And that's what's awesome. You guys have a path, but you're testing and you're playing with this and playing with that. And the word play doesn't mean you're playing, but they're willing to play and find out what works and what's successful. Because not everything that works for your show will work for my show, will work for your show, different listeners and things like that, and things change. Demographics and stuff change. Folks, we've got to take our middle of the hour break. This is cool. This is fun. Go get your coffee, get your tea. I don't know, 5 o'clock somewhere. Get whatever you're going to get. When we come back, we're going to dive in and we're going to get a little more nuts and bolts of what it took to get here, because it took 4 years. Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate. We'll be right back.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Yeah, folks, boogie woogie. Tamina, Tamina, tomato, tomato. We're not going to give Jake the intern a hard time. Listeners out there, go to Montgomery County Lifestyle right now.
Well, did you know Jake's going to have a show?
I know that, but hold on. Tell me if it's Tamina or Tamina. So how can you do that? Type out Tamina for Tamina, or type out Tameeeeena for Jake's Tamina. Okay, now that we picked on Jake. Yeah, talk about a show.
Well, no, that's kind of, sorry to interrupt you, but it's kind of the idea of the radio station is, Jake's a really great story for the involvement here. He goes to Sam Houston, and he wants to do radio. And when he just emailed me, he was just emailing, you can jump in here at Jake anytime you want if I'm doing it wrong. But he was looking to be on the air and get involved. And one of the things that I like to do here at Lone Star is have the hands-on experience for everybody. So either we're doing programs through EFTA for the summer internship programs, but Jake's a special one because he's doing this on his own time, and he just wants, and I was like, yeah, what do you want to do? And he wanted to have a sports show. So hopefully, is it next Wednesday?
Yeah, that's what we're. What we're thinking. Yeah, it'll be next Wednesday, the 31st.
Jake from Sports Talk.
Jake from Sports Talk.
Ooh.
So
should be fun. I'm excited.
But no, to continue the idea of the community radio and the PEG channel, it's really we're trying to do things for Montgomery County, for Conroe, and this is a great thing for Jake because I don't want to, throw shade at other radio stations, but, the bigger radio stations, especially in Houston, it's really hard to get on-board experience.
I interviewed with probably 15 different radio stations down there, and all of them told me I didn't have enough experience, and so...
yeah, I was like, you get the experience here, Jake.
Hey, I don't get paid for it, but my payment is the experience.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you know what? And to hit on that too, I'm not saying this to get any input from you guys, but that's part of this, and we're going to get into that. This is a partnership. Lone Star Community Radio is a business, a for-profit business. These guys don't live in mansions. They don't drive Ferraris, okay? I've seen Dick talk about, he's talked about, we need some sponsorships. He's got to make a living. He's got to pay rent. Okay, the City of Conroe isn't paying him for any of this. This isn't a big thing where they're like, "Hey, here's $100,000."
No, this is a free partnership.
free partnership.
It doesn't cost the citizens anything to listen on the FM.
Exactly, and that's where I was going with that. But I wanted to say that that's one of the things that your involvement. This is where it's close to PBS, except we're not going to do a 24/7 telethon to make you give us money. But if you like a radio show about music, think about being a community sponsor of that show. If you like my talk show and you think that the people we reach out to and then the sponsorship opportunities you receive from me, think about being a sponsor. If you like one of the other talk shows and what they bring to the table, photography, general talk, the business talk, whatever it is.
Sports,
yeah. Think about being a sponsor, because the more we get people to help sponsor, the more we possibly get to bring you additional
it's
new,
just part of
special,
part of the business.
Yeah.
But really,
content.
But like I said, the core of the station is creating content for Montgomery County, and we're always open to different ideas, and especially fine tuning the already said ideas. So if folks out there want to get involved outside of sponsorships, you can. Like if you just want to promote your business and you want to be a guest, or we're always looking for guests. We're always looking for new things to do because I don't like to be stagnant about things.
Or promote
So-
special events
Special
in the
events,
city, like that
absolutely.
Coin Expo.
Corn
And
Expo and the Memorial on the 29th at 9
exactly.
a.m. over there.
Not
at
to
the-
mention, nonprofit organizations in our
Absolutely.
community who are doing really amazing
Well-
stuff that haven't really been highlighted in the way that, they need to be.
And you know what? Let's jump on that because I love that. And folks, this isn't me. We talk about it all the time, but this is the platform that I'm given either here or Montgomery County Lifestyle through my circle. Family Promise. We had LaToya on, and she was on other shows too. But after that show, some people reached out. They were able to help some things that were going on with Family Promise. Gary Buckaloo. I remember when Gary Buckaloo of CS Ministries was looking for a job so that he could pay his bills. Didn't know of CS Ministries. He wasn't ready to give it up, but didn't know what was going to happen. And since our show, some other shows he was on, and some other things in the community, but it took a lot of little things together to put that name out there. They were able to partner with Easter Seals, United Way, and change. And they are changing a lot of lives of veterans with PTSD here in Conroe and Montgomery County. And if it wasn't for community radio and other things partnering, stuff like that wouldn't happen.
See, and that makes the last 4 years worth it.
Absolutely.
Well,
And
one thing-
Fearless Boxing.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Fearless
Nathan-
Boxing, we had them on twice. They picked up a couple of sponsorships that are sponsoring some of those kids because more than half of those kids from the other side of the tracks can't pay. They were on here. Other people, there was an article about them. Again, it wasn't one person. It was a
It
group.
was the community.
And now they've got it. And that's what you guys have brought to this
One
community.
thing I want to put detail on too. One thing that Lone Star, when I started it, it was the nonprofits are kind of like the backbone in a sense of continuing information and promotion and the well-being and quality of life here in Conroe and Montgomery County. So one thing I want to tell people, we do PSAs. So if you're a nonprofit and you want a PSA, contact the station. We have a little setup how to do it. There's no charge to it. It's just something that we want to spread the word and things like that. So if you are a nonprofit, reach out to the station. We'll promote you through audio spots and also on air appearances and stuff like that.
Public service
As well as
announcement,
video.
folks.
Video too.
Yeah.
No,
Video
well,
too.
That continues the
Which can
conversation
go on
about
the
the
PEG
part.
channel,
Yeah, on the
yes.
partnership is we work together. Victoria and I, like, I met this person. We can put them on both, and the station here can kind of do everything in a sense of like doing a video and producing that
You're
content.
facilitating the production.
Yeah, the production, and we just share it. And I was like, hey, this person, we can make this video. Here you go. And it all connects. It's a one big circle, and we just keep moving.
And the great thing is these organizations can use these videos to promote their nonprofits in on their own, as well as we help facilitate getting the word out through the radio and the PEG channel.
Well, and I said this yesterday on your show, Nathan, too. I'd never experienced anything like this when I was growing up in Katy, and I liked Katy. Katy was home, but I've never considered moving anywhere, before in my life, and now that I've been here for
We're
2
just
months,
really great salesmen.
yeah, y'all have presented Conroe to me like I have never even known Conroe. I always just thought it was a lake, So y'all have done a wonderful job between this radio station, the television station, and all the shows here. So
Well, this goes hand in hand. I've been involved with the Homeless Coalition
Let's just keep talking about how great
for the last couple of years. I haven't been active this past year, but I've been involved in some of the nonprofits of that and other individuals. One of the reasons we have a high population of homeless in Montgomery County is not because we have a high population of or high unemployment. National studies have been done, and one of the reasons we have it is we are one of the most philanthropic communities in the nation.
Do you think they're part of the census?
They
That
are.
they did?
Once a year. Well, it might be once a year. Well, yeah. At the point in time, hey, we go out in the woods and count them once a year. We go out into
Tag
the
them
woods.
and bag
We
them?
go
What do you
underneath.
mean? We go out and count them.
So it's approximately 1,300 in the homeless population right now here in the greater Conroe, Montgomery County area. But the point I'm getting at is we're philanthropic. We love each other more than a lot of other communities. We don't, we look out for others and we like hearing about the positives. Unfortunately, past year or two, it looks like on social media and the news, let's bash everybody, let's scream and stuff like that. Folks, that's the silent majority allowing the vocal minority their space. Take it back. And here's a great way to take it back. Be a guest. bring us content. Listen to us and let us bring you the positive. Let us bring you the good community. And after a while, you'll change. It's just like, you got 30 days to change a habit at work. You don't just teach somebody something on Monday and expect them to be perfect on Tuesday. You got to change those habits. Change your habits. Listen to 104.5, 106.1, or on the World Wide Web at irlonestar.com. And
Impact
you can
Channel,
also
Channel 12.
See it where?
On the PEG channel, our City TV.
And you can actually stream our City TV too, folks.
Yes, through the City of
cityofconroe.org / well, actually, it's like several
/
slashes.
our City TV.
Yes.
It's cityofconroe.org / our City TV.
And get involved. Dadgummit, this is, and going back to the candidate and the elected thing, get stinking involved. Don't just listen to one thing, one blogger on Facebook. Don't just read the Courier. Get your information from a lot of sources. And when it comes election time, use some of this to meet the candidates and find out what's going on. When there's a hot topic in your community, Conroe, water, watch the TV channel, watch the city council meetings, right? Mm-hmm. And watch the discussions and see what's being said. And then get involved. Go to a council meeting and ask questions, right?
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
And that's what this can help drive, community involvement.
Absolutely.
Wow. This is fun. All right, folks, we got to take that quick 1-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to have Victoria Endsley, Communications Coordinator, City of Conroe, Dick Schisler, General Manager of Lone Star Community Radio. And we need about 2 more hours, but we're going to dive back into some good stuff. We'll be right back.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Oh my God, you did it to me again.
Dick, that's Nathan's favorite commercial in the whole world.
You didn't hear the commercial, did you?
No, she
You didn't have the headset on.
CC Holmes. That's where it's at.
CC
You know what's really interesting? I did an interview with one of the interns from EFTA, Education for Tomorrow's Alliance, and I was like, "So what do you want to do here?" And he goes, "I want to shadow CC Holmes." And he's a musician. He's a music person. So I was like, "All right." Well, it was just kind of funny. I was like, "All right, go for it."
Okay, so for the listeners, if you better been paying attention to that sponsorship. That is for our advertisement, so to speak, for the show. That's Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday.
That's jazz.
3 to 7.
Holy Moses in the morning. You've got Don Cornelius from Soul Train doing one, and then you got her going, hi. I have to tune in.
Jazzy. Yeah,
I have
it's
to
great.
tune in. Her
I
voice.
always tell her, I was like,
Holy
you gotta.
Moses.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
I'm going to have to get a hold of her, and she's going to have to do my sponsorship ads, because I guarantee you, sponsorship's going to fly through the roof if she does it for me, man. All right, this is fun. And Victoria, this is cool. Folks, here's what's cool about Victoria. The city of Conroe as a whole is responsible for this partnership, but we're going to tell you what she won't tell you. It never would have happened. You would not have this much content. You would not have this platform, this medium out there to you if it wasn't for Victoria. 4 years, blood, sweat, and tears, uphill battle, FCC, council, private, personal, all kinds of stuff. And tonight, generically, tonight's your grand opening, your celebration. This is your birthday party, so to speak.
I better clean the studio.
For
I
your
was
hard
going to
work.
suggest that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
This is all your hard work come to fruition, and people don't know that. I mean, wow. How do you feel?
I don't really talk a lot about it.
I know you don't. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Kind of, you know.
I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it because I can't imagine the joy that's in your heart. If I was you, I'd be man, I'd be handing out flyers or something.
Well, I am definitely really excited about this. This has been a really long process. It started as just an email suggestion if we were interested in applying for one of these LPFMs, and I was surprised at how intense a process it was going to be. I did not expect. I thought, file an application, see what happens, and then, we can kind of build from that. Boy, Texas was a difficult state to try to file one of those in, and we were trying to file for 2 so that we would be able to cover the entire county. And so it turned into a really long process, and the vision has kind of changed a little bit, and because of meeting Dick and working with Dick through the TV channel, it's kind of just grown into this really incredible, one of a kind sort of partnerships that, it's just truly unique, and I'm really excited to have somebody like Dick to be able to work with, because I was definitely concerned that I was going to be on the radio 24/7.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to hear me 24/7. So
I see it from the outside looking in as a cool partnership. 2 things. I see Lone Star Community Radio as a business, City of Conroe as government
Our government.
organization. Okay. But then I know you, separate than when I knew Dick, and now, of course, together. I see this as a cool partnership because I see the people branching off. I have talked to the city councilmen that think this is incredible. I talked to a couple of them this week that wish there was room to have 500 people here tonight. That's how proud they are that they get to bring something to their citizens. Dick's friends and the other talk show hosts and the sponsors and the people
We
here,
have
the
a lot of
community
people involved with
right
this radio
around here,
station.
and the businesses, they're so excited. So we have to build off this. This is just the beginning.
it is. Yeah.
And everybody has to pitch. We need to keep this. This is the fire. We got to keep this going for a while. It's just like marketing anything, right?
Absolutely.
You announce it, and you got to keep things going. And tonight's the
But I
night.
gotta say, we sure are coming out big with 24/7 programming, excellent TV programming that's coming out. This partnership is really it's beyond what I could have expected. I thought we'd get a handful of hours every day, and we have gone above and beyond what we had originally thought. So
Yeah, I'm
So
excited.
tonight's a good night for people just to get some information, to meet
Yeah,
you,
to meet people, to see
meet
the
you
studio.
and others.
Well, one of the things with the studio, the reason I like the spot here. I love the spot. Is we're right next to the Crichton Theater. We have all of the people walking to and fro from all over downtown. And to me, we have these 2 huge windows. We love people looking in. I love being exposed in a sense because a lot of radio people who have come to visit the studio, they're like, "Man, you don't have soundproof glass for the engineer." I was like, "No, I want the engineer to be able to touch people."
Right.
And the way you have those kind of interviews is completely different from what's staple now in the radio world. Because really, this is it. Like, it's just a table, a couple people talking on microphones. And thanks to the City of Conroe, you can listen on FM 104.5, 106.1, and you can watch on the PEG channel. So it's just more content for you, and the community is going to be the core of what this radio station is going to be.
And to back off that, comment on that too, it's kind of like having Jack in here. Technically speaking, in the radio world, there's no way in the world you would ever allow somebody like that to
Well,
walk
let's not
in here.
encourage this.
There's no way you'd allow anybody like that to walk in here and do that. But this is hot breaking news. The city
I'm
of
just kidding.
Conroe,
I
I
love
know
it.
you are.
Yeah.
But the city just did it. So to let him come in and let the citizens hear real quickly, and quite honestly, I hope we tempted somebody like, where'd that guy go? What are you talking about?
We talk about a money show, though.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, and so but
Actually,
the big boys would never allow
I
that,
do
would
too,
they?
actually.
The big boys would never allow that. Now, like you said, we don't normally allow something like that, but that's important. That's where you break the rules for the community to bring what the community might want. And we're lighthearted at the same time. So, Victoria, before we go, we've only got a minute or two. What do you want to tell the people about tonight and about the whole process and everything?
Well, I just want to invite everybody, anybody who's interested in, checking us out, please come on down to the station. And it's from 5 to 7 p.m. tonight. We're going to have some refreshments available at Conroe Coffee. Thank you, Conroe Coffee.
Can you say the tagline that Dwayne Ham and I and Fallon Wiesner Buick GMC, hello. Did you hear the tagline?
No.
Treats and
Sweet treats, meet and greet.
There you go.
Can you
That's
say it?
perfect. Sweet treats, meet and greet.
sweet treat meet and greet.
At Sweet Treats, plural.
How about Lone Star Community Radio?
How about you?
There you go.
Sweet treats, meet and greet.
Oh, he's got to jazz it up there. See, Fallon, we
That's
love
right,
you. Well, you
Jack.
better be here. You and Lauren better be here.
I do want to say one thing, because my son's listening.
Uh-oh.
Hi, baby. Mommy loves you.
Well, there you go.
Not daddy, though. Just baby.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Yeah.
You too.
That's wonderful.
All right, Dick, what about you? What about tonight?
I just want to encourage people, if you can't make it today, we're always here. So if you have questions, just email me at dick@irlonestar.com. One thing I love is hearing what we're doing. If it's good or bad, I need to know, because I can't control everything, and I'm the station manager, but unfortunately I can't do that. So if y'all want to get involved, or if you have a concern or anything, any questions about sponsorships, about reach, about just being part of the community, just reach out to me. I would encourage people to come out today, though, because coffee and treats from next door are something special. But if you can't make it today, we're always here.
And you get to see the cool Texas flag wall.
Dick painted that himself.
The Texas flag wall, folks, you got to see it. I wouldn't worry about Boudrina on the wall, but the Texas flag wall is what you got to look at. All right, folks, we've only got about a minute left. Here's the deal. Victoria, thank you for being here today.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Can people contact you for information about just other things with the city?
Sure.
How would they contact you?
They can email me. I don't know if y'all can post it somewhere convenient.
We're on YouTube.
Yep. They can email me or reach me through the city. My extension is 3002. Yes, I just gave out my extension.
Well, I think on one of the posts I did, I had your name and the city and all that. I didn't put that number on there.
I'm more than happy to take calls.
Yep.
I mean, I love to get feedback from citizens, and I really encourage everybody who's interested in this or who has feedback and suggestions. I would really love to hear it.
And because you do a lot more with the city. This
this
could be a full-time job, though.
This is a very small portion of actually what I do on a daily basis.
But this is a full-time job for some people, so that's saying that you're juggling an immense just workload.
She's juggling the city of Conroe.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, between you and how do you and Nancy keep the city councilman and mayor and Paul and, oh God, whatever, all of them. Dick, thank you, dude.
Yes, sir.
Good for being on the radio. Victoria, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Folks, be nice to one another. Go take care of your neighbor. I'm going to be leaving this afternoon, or about 1 o'clock. I'm going to be at BB Rice. The kids of one class sold T-shirts, and they're giving $1,300 in profit to the 100 Club to Rick Hartley at 1 o'clock. Look for pictures on Montgomery County Lifestyle. That's what you can do, the little things you can do in your community to get involved, and then let us know about it. Thank you for being here. Montgomery County Lifestyle with Nathan Arrazate on Lone Star Community Radio, reminding you that this is your county, your life, and your style.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show is recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.